Hello, second grade writers. Today we're going to continue with lesson 4. The vocabulary for this lesson is the word clever, which means smart or shrewd. Planter, so Johnny Appleseed was a planter, so someone who is a planter is a grower. They plant seeds. Tattered means ragged or torn, so you can see that this teddy bear is tattered. He has holes and rips. Our lesson objectives for today are, so for the conventions, our objective is, I will be able to write sentences that use possessive pronouns. And our writing objective is, I will be able to write an opinion piece that uses linking words. Possessive pronouns. Just like possessive nouns, possessive pronouns show ownership. Unlike possessive nouns, they are not spelled with an apostrophe. The words mine, yours, his, and hers are possessive pronouns that are used alone. The words my, your, his, and her act like adjectives that modify or change a noun. Let's look at our first example. That is my apple. That apple is mine. The possessive pronoun my tells about the noun apple. The possessive pronoun mine stands alone. Note that neither pronoun has an apostrophe. The second box. People also liked Johnny for his energy. In this example from the text, the possessive pronoun his tells whose energy it is. So in your writing journals online for the conventions practice, you're going to write your own sentences that use two of the following possessive pronouns. So you get to choose two of these: her, hers, their, theirs, our, ours. So for example, if I were to come up with a sentence, I might say, let me make this a little bit bigger. Remember a capital at the beginning. Oops, can't see that. Let me change over here. Okay. Our writing class is amazing, which I think is definitely true. So there's an example, okay? I have here my possessive pronoun at the beginning of the sentence, our. Okay, so our writing class is amazing. Then for your second sentence, I want you to pick a different word from the one that you use in your first sentence. So today you will complete the conventions, and then I'm going to continue with the video, but my suggestion is do the conventions today and then the writing tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to continue with the writing. Use linking words. An opinion needs to be supported by facts and reasons. The facts and reasons should be organized so that they connect to and build on one another. Writers use linking words to connect the opinions to facts and reasons and to show how the reasons relate to one another. Because, but, and also are examples of linking words. So if I had to state whether or not Johnny Appleseed was a hero, this is what I might write. The writer of John Chapman, Planter and Pioneer, says that many people came to believe that Johnny Appleseed was a hero. A hero to me is someone who is brave and kind and who helps to change the world in some way. When I read this text, I'm going to look for reasons why I think Johnny Appleseed was a hero. So how did the writer use reasons to support the opinion that Johnny Appleseed was a hero? So if I go back on page 19, I could read, everyone agreed that Johnny was a clever man. This Johnny Appleseed knew right where new settlers wanted to live. Everyone agreed that Johnny was a clever man because Johnny Appleseed knew right where new settlers wanted to live. Okay? So it's kind of the same example. So the first sentence gives the writer's opinion. The second sentence gives the reason. The sentences may be combined by the linking word because the linking word connects the writer's opinion to the reason for his opinion. So you could see here, right? They connected. You could put it as two sentences, but here they use that linking word because to combine them. So to connect opinions and reasons with linking words. So let's review the essential question and enduring understanding for this unit. Essential question: how do writers use reasons to support their opinions on a topic? Learners understand that personal journeys can affect historical events. So if we look at this question here, Was Johnny Appleseed a hero? I'm going to think of reasons from the text to support my opinion. So I might think, how did he treat others? What did he do to help change the world? What text evidence shows that he was brave, and what text evidence shows that he was a hero in other ways? Okay, so again, our question is, was Johnny Appleseed a hero? We have to write an opinion paragraph, use linking words to connect opinions and reasons. This should say, I'm going to just put in there a D so we know that that word is and. My apologies, that got cut off. Okay. So my teacher model here. I think Johnny Appleseed was a hero because he was brave and kind and he helped change the world. He was brave because he was not afraid of sleeping outdoors in the cold, even though wild animals roamed the forest. He was kind because he gave away what few possessions he had. He helped change the world by planting apple seeds and making the land better for settlers. He also respected all living things. Because of these reasons, I believe that Johnny Appleseed was a hero. So here I'm going to just ask two questions. See if you can pick out what linking words did I use and what text evidence did I use. Now, in your writing journal online, under Lesson 4, you're going to go back and reread pages 17 to 23 of John Chapman, Planter and Pioneer. And actually, after this flip chart page, I'm going to go back and I will read these pages to you to help you. So after we reread pages 17 to 23, then you have to write a paragraph that answers the following question. Was Johnny Appleseed a hero? Explain why or why not. Use linking words to connect your opinion and reasons. Revisit the text for examples to support your answer. So just as a reminder here on the side, I put examples of linking words that you might use in your paragraph. So remember, linking words could be because, but, and, also. Okay, and I will also give you a sentence starter to help you. So if you think Johnny Appleseed was a hero, you would write, I think Johnny Appleseed was a hero because, so I'm already using a linking word. Okay, so that's the sentence starter if you think that he was a hero. Now, if you disagree, and that's okay, as long as you back up your reason with evidence, your sentence starter would be just the opposite. You would say, I do not think that Johnny Appleseed was a hero because. Okay, so here are your two sentence starters. If you agree that he was a hero, use this one. If you think that he was not a hero, you're going to use this one. Okay, so let's look at pages 17 through 23. Page 17, A Simple Life. Later on, Johnny returned to see how his plants were doing. He made fences from brush and fallen logs to keep wild animals away. Soon the seeds grew into small trees called seedlings. By the time new settlers came along, they found apple trees right there waiting for them. The settlers paid money to Johnny for the land and trees. Then they built homes to stay in, and every new home helped the United States grow. Everyone agreed that Johnny was a clever man. This Johnny Appleseed knew right where new settlers wanted to live, and those apple trees were oh so pretty. No wonder people settled down to stay. People also liked Johnny for his energy. Was there ever a man who worked harder? He walked hundreds of miles to do all that planting. He was one of the first planters to bring apple trees to many states, including Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Pennsylvania. Johnny owned lots of land and even made some money. And what did Johnny do with this money? Did he build a big house and sit back and relax? He did not. Johnny Appleseed's home was still the great outdoors. He still ate wild fruits and vegetables. He still built fires to cook his food and keep him warm. And he still slept out beneath the moon and stars. And why not? Nature kept giving Johnny all he needed to live his simple life. A meal of honey, fruit, berries, and cornmeal mush cooked in his tin pot was plenty. Sometimes he would eat a meal as the guest of a frontier family. But when they led him to a soft, warm bed, he often said, "Well, no thanks. He would rather sleep under the moon and stars." Johnny Appleseed got cold sometimes. Most of his clothes were thin and tattered, but no one ever heard him say, "Poor me." Even when he did have good clothing, he would likely give it to someone who needed it more than he did. Johnny Appleseed believed that you should be thankful for whatever you had. Okay, so now you're going to go back. Remember, today is the conventions. Tomorrow, do the writing. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.